minute. That ain't the one. Here we go. We're live and direct. Get ready to rumble. Sure, you ready for the chit chat tonight?
I'm ready.
Bam, bam, bam. He or she said, cancel this damn show. They hate it. What? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Make black hair great again.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Now,
We're coming. Get our check.
Cheryl Morrow, the one, the only, the hair oracle.
I think it was Red Dot, and then we also had a cosmetology school instructor in the chat, Miss Denise West, Michelle Allen, Miss Foster. Dang, I missed the hey! It's always nice to see Miss Foster in the chat. Michelle Allen, you know how much we love you too.
What? About a whole lot of peace. Cheryl, you order that in a bag of chips. Let me do your hair. After I click on, y'all know I clicked the wrong intro. Y'all like, wait a minute, today ain't Thursday. I'm just a little weird today. I got my new, how you like my cool spectacles? I can't even see out of these things. I bought those while I was in B-More. You know what I'm saying? So these are, yeah, I can see, but they're so dirty. I be trying to look fly, but these are actual readers. So I can read some of the tiny print. So there it is. What's up? What's happening? Facebook? What's happening? LinkedIn? What's happening? YouTube? What's happening? Instagram? Y'all know who it is, right? It's me, your homegirl, LaDosha Wrights, aka Key Lolo. And then right over there, y'all know who it is, right? Bam! I got that talk show. We got it. Y'all saw that. It's the one and only Cheryl Morrow, aka the Hair Oracle, and boy, are we excited to be rocking with you guys tonight. We are 100. I think it's 18. Every time I do this, I keep saying I'm gonna get it right. I know for a fact. I'm sorry, it's not 118, y'all. Don't quote me. It's 114 episodes in, and tonight it is all about the little black natural hair care product lies. That's right, not lies beneath, but look at all these lies. They lie every day. I just need some time to get away from all these lies. I can't take it no more. You're like, that's the wrong lyrics. But y'all know it's Key Lolo. I'm always making stuff up. You like these glasses? See, sure I'll be on here all on fleek and what have you and whatnot. But you know, Key Lolo, I had to step on up in the scene. So what's happening? A couple of shout outs before we get started on our 114th episode. Again, tonight, it is all about the little black the little black natural hair care product line. That's a pretty long title, but it's pretty deep. It is pretty deep. So what's up to Wiki in the chat? She got some scalp bars. It's okay, Wiki. We got LB. My homegirl LB is in the chat. I'm always excited. There she is right there. What's up, LB? Because she know if she is not in the chat, I will go up in the Shaker Heights, which is one of Cleveland's premier suburbs, and I will knock on her door. LB, where you at? So LB is always down with us. Over on Instagram, we got KC19857. What's happening? And of course, we know what's happening on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, we're always excited to have you in the chat. Facebook, y'all all that in a bag of grits with some cheese in it. So let's go ahead on and play some songs. And then Cheryl is going to reach out to our guests to make sure all is well. And so, of course, our song is by none other than Ms. Rachel Evans, and she talks about, sister, let me do your hair, because the little black lies and the natural hair care product, they just getting out of control, okay? All right, so let's get it going with Sister, Let Me Do Your Hair. And Cheryl, reach out to our guests to make sure all is well. Here we go, guys. Hey. Come on in, get y'all Kool-Aid. Y'all know what? I got my little Hattie Mae birthday straw. Oh, what's happening? That's right. All right, Cheryl, she's in the chat. We got our guest is in the chat. Yeah. Hey. Come on. Oh, do the snake. Wait a minute. Do the wop. Hey. Now we're going to do the snake. Y'all got to be old school to rock that snake out. If you ain't doing the snake, get off the podcast because it ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? Nah, just kidding. Don't leave. Y'all come on back. Come on in. I want to be happy. Y'all better let us do y'all heart because we got a surprise for y'all tonight. She's ready to come in the chat. All right, it's going down. Let's do your hair and quit playing. Hey. Come on, just let us do your hair. It ain't gonna hurt. Sister. Survivor. Hey. Heartache and struggle. Hey, come on. Light to shine. I'll be so very happy if you let me do it. Hey, come on, y'all, and let me do your hair. Ooh, let me do your hair. Hey, come on in, and let me do your hair. Hey, come on. Now y'all know the saxophone. This Cheryl's little part right here. It's a little shimmy on. Come on, y'all. Stop being all stuck up. Come on now. Hey. Come on. Let me do your hair. We just want to do your hair. That's all. We hairstylists. Come on. We just want to do your hair. We ain't trying to, you know. Hey, come on, y'all. If y'all from Cleveland, do that Earl plan. All right. And again, if you are feeling the vibes of Sister Let Me Do Your Hair, remember, you can go purchase that song on any of your music shopping platforms. And it's called Sister Let Me Do Your Hair. The songstress is none other than Miss Rachel Evans, who, by the way, she's given us permission, and they stopped flagging. I don't know if you noticed that, Cheryl, but They actually stopped flagging our video because she came on and she said, yes, I have given this crazy podcast. Well, she said America's favorite podcast about Afro hair. She's given us permission to utilize her song to let you all know that your hair is beautiful, regardless if you got one strand, two strand. It don't matter to us because y'all know all that's beautiful. But what's more beautiful is our guest, who I am about to bring in. And I'm telling y'all best to get ready because this is the one y'all like, what's up, Instagram? Instagram always be ready. Instagram be ready. Facebook be ready. YouTube always. YouTube was already. They was in the chat like, where's she at? They was like, bring them out. You know what I'm saying? So tonight we have someone who has a very, very strong history, ties. She's very, of course, she's vetted. She's made a lot of investment. And she was there, like, remember, y'all know in hip hop, how it all got started way back when. And y'all know about MC Shan. He's not last. A cool brother by the name. You know what I'm saying? So she was there. She was like KRS-One. You want to hear a fresh rhyme? You go to the source. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know about the KRS-One, the Blast Master. So we have brought the source because in the natural hair industry, there is always so much drama and so much misinformation. But I want to bring her in. Her name is none other than Miss Jane Carter. Let's give her a big fat round of applause. Where is that? Right here. Here we go. Now, I'm gonna reach out, to my homegirl Melanie, because Melanie of You've Got Curls, which, by the way, she also is going to be she's going to be our second featured guest when we talk about sisterhood, right? In the name of Afro hair. So Miss Melanie Higgins Day, she is my fellow cosmetologist out of Kentucky. And she introduced me to the Jane Carter Solution hair care product because she was doing the show. And one of the things that came up, everybody was like, is she Black? So when Cheryl told me, I know Jane Carter. So I'm like, okay, we want to know, is she Black? So everybody in the chat probably already know. But I'm just saying, I know Instagram like, girl, you crazy. What's up, IG? Y'all know it's Key Lolo. It's LinkedIn probably like, oh my gosh, those is just so urban. Hey, LinkedIn, you need an urban sister in the house. So that was the whole buzz. Like, is she Black? So I'm going to bring in and let you guys be the judge of the one and only Miss Jane Carter. She is a formulator. She's a founder. She no longer has Jane Carter Solutions, but she has some other solutions for us. But tonight she's going to break down the lies. So everybody, and she fine as hell. So y'all know she cute, don't y'all? Y'all know she fine in a Mickey Ficky, all right? So let me get that hand claps going. I'm going to bring her in while we clap some hands. Here she is, one and only. Bam! There she is. Look at her. She fine. There she go. Her teeth white in the mud. Look at those white ass teeth. She may not be white, but them
get in the camera more, Jane.
No, I ain't nothing white about my black ass.
No. Oh, look at her! She said, "Get in the camera." There she is.
My hair looking all cockeyed because I had to finish my client and she wasn't playing.
She like, girl, I'm hearing about you going. I know my cousin would be the same way. I'd be like this. Hold on, Cheryl.
Come on now.
So let's give you another big fat round of applause because we are so
nice. Thank you.
I'm going to tell y'all right now, when you get Jane Carter on your podcast, you be like Jay-Z. If I do say so myself, you'll be like, to whom it may concern, to your mafia. You know what I'm saying? So Jane Carter says, make no excuse. She is blickety black, so black, black. But that was the thing, Miss Carter, is that everybody wanted to know.
We come in all shades and shapes, and we all got off the boat looking the same. Okay, but after slavery, okay, then what had happened was,
listen, she said, "Don't just get it started."
Then it became the field niggas and the house niggas.
Ooh, okay. See, y'all listen. Y'all say, the America's favorite podcast about Afro hair just got really Afro. So tonight, we have. Your background is so extensive and so full. We actually have to do your interview in 4 series, and it just so happens that there are 4 more Mondays here in the month of July. So you guys are going to have 4 Mondays of excitement about the behind the scenes of the natural hair movement. And again, this is our 114th episode. So we need you guys to go ahead and hit that like button because we see y'all in the chat. Facebook, Facebook be having like 55 people be watching. Can y'all please hit the thumbs up button? We ain't gonna tell y'all this. Y'all secret safe with us. Instagram be showing mad love, as does YouTube. So we appreciate you guys so much. But tonight, on this 114th episode, the discussion is about the little black natural hair care products. Like they got some lies. And so this interview is going to be with none other than the one and only Miss Jane Carter. Because we got our virtual co-host. Hot damn ho, here we go again. You know what's going down tonight when Sandra. Oh, we got to drop the bomb. We got none other than our virtual co-host, so she gonna be in the chat going ham. So Sandra's gonna make sure she navigates through our participation. But Jane Carter is gonna go ahead on and get us started. Now, with this discussion, it's gonna be in 4 parts because she has such an extensive history. I got it broken down where we're going to start off with these manufacturers, because we're going to find out how Cheryl know this lady. Because y'all know, when I got on the phone here, I go, oh my God, it's Jane. And she was like, what the hell wrong with you? I'm like,
girl, calm down, girl.
I couldn't calm down because these are the people.
You gotta read my necklace. Wait, hold on.
Necklace say, what did I say? Move close. We got to come closer. What did it say?
What is that, Jane?
What is that? Oh, there she goes. We're going to try to get it. Calm down. Calm down, girl. Okay. Well, she must be used to that response, okay? She must be used to that response. But so the breakdown on the interview is going to go like this. We're going to see how she and Cheryl met for sure. We're going to talk about these manufacturers. That's going to get her going. We got to go into this whole not combing the hair because something fueled this natural hair movement. And as a cosmetologist, I'm going to talk about this whole not combing hair. Cheryl is very big on we lack history. So I'm going to take another position on lack history, but Cheryl is going to talk about it. And then, of course, Ms. Jane Carter is going to take it to the next level. And then we're going to ask her, what is the biggest lie? Because that's something that we need to know because everybody has been duped. They're now, we were talking about this earlier, right, on the podcast of Run and Tell It. So now everybody is running to tell that these natural hair founders have really left them hanging with a whole closet full of hair care products that just don't work. And so Jane Carter is going to help us understand how in the hell did we end up with 50 bottles of products in our cabinets that doesn't work. So without further ado, Cheryl, share with us exactly how you met Miss Jane Carter. What's you guys' history?
Okay, Jane. So I'm not expecting you to remember it. It's quite like me, but I think it was around 1993. It was probably 1 year you had gotten started. And I met you in New Jersey at, and you remember who introduced us? Earl Crockett.
Oh my God. Okay.
Earl Crockett, because he was your sales rep at that time. He was moving a lot of early Jane Carter.
So you know what company he came from, Cheryl?
Dudley. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, man, we used to work them streets, baby. We used to be trading Dudley, and I called him Uncle Joe. We would be trading those secrets and trading those, kind of stories in the car with your stuff in the back. Okay? With your stuff in the back.
Y'all was the hair crack dealers.
Absolutely. And I'd be following him on his route, and I expanded his offering because one of the things, and which you will go in, I'm sure, maybe not on this podcast, but on any other subsequent podcasts. But anyway, I met you at a round table that was at a restaurant, and he was very excited. He was moving a lot of Jane Carter, and and I remember he was really frustrated at that time, and you can, elaborate on that, how everybody, or I think as your husband at the time, right? He was like, Jane Carter's ready to explode, right? But everybody wants to keep it in a box. She's saying, fine, let's do this. But everyone around you, I remember him saying they wanted to kind of keep you in a box. And, we really didn't get into it then, but we just kept up with each other down through the years. And I just want to let everybody know that we can also document Jane Carter was around 1992, late 1991, 1992. And I want to clarify something.
Well, I was just born.
I was going to say,
whatever.
In 1892.
Right. And I just wanted to say, and I want to clarify something. The natural hair care movement, Jane came 10 years before that. That Jane Carter is a natural, where plant products were starting to hit, and more personal and independent brand. But it had nothing to do with the natural hair care. It was a totally different era. Y2K started 2000. She started late 1991, 92. That's a long time to be in a market that had nothing to do with the natural hair care. By the time natural hair care came as a movement, she had already been a product on her way to being a legacy brand and had been in it for a decade almost. And I just wanted to clarify that. Most people think they clump you, maybe sometimes Carol's daughter, they clump the product because you guys were doing clean ingredients and other types of things. That movement came first, and then it was natural hair care. But Jane, go for it.
All right. So now we got the backdrop of how them two got together. Me, I'm just a fan, and she told me, girl, calm down. But I didn't, because I'm Kilolo. And I don't calm down when you have someone who not only is she illustrious, she's not just someone who formulates. She's not in the kitchen with some coconut oil and some. I ain't hating on y'all, but she's got a little bit more, a hell of a lot more education behind formulations than what, I would do, taking some avocado oil, just putting it in my hair, a little bit more than that. But she is also a licensed cosmetologist. So again, she is just not one of those people. So before we get you into the discussion, now we have video clips that I use just to kind of make it real saucy, because, Kilolo, I'm just getting like a little shit starting up in here, because this is America's favorite podcast about Afro hair, and nobody talks about it quite like we do. So give us we need to understand when we describe, when we say formulator, what makes you a formulator? So let's start off with there, because most like my products is private label. I left mine open. I ain't breaking.
Okay, wait.
I ain't formulating. I just want to let y'all know. Mine's is it's white label, so I don't formulate. But Miss Carter, she actually does some formulations, and Cheryl formulates. We got Cheryl's products coming in. What do y'all see our display? What we're gonna do with Cheryl's products? Oh, she didn't brought receipts. Hold on, she didn't. Sandra, that's what I'm talking. Who comes with the receipts? God dang nabbits! I got you right there, Cheryl. There she goes. Dang nabbits.
I ain't bragging, because it's a lot of work.
All right. So what makes you a formulator and not a kitchen concoctionist? And I'm not knocking Miel and Lisa and all. I'm knocking them, but I ain't knocking them.
Go ahead.
What makes you a formulator?
I get it. And Cheryl, we talked about this, and you and I talked about this, LaDusha. As a cosmetologist, one of the things that, like, I made the joke that I was like the backyard hair cutter at like 12. Right? and my freshman year of college, I went to Hampton, and I told Cheryl I made more money my freshman year of college doing hair than I did in my first job out of college. So,
it's possible.
Hey, girl.
Not me. Yeah. I went to college, but I wasn't doing no her. But anywho,
what was that next step?
How did you get to the formulator? Because
Well,
I think that's a big concern.
It's kind of funny. I'm sorry. I should have been more prepared for this.
No, but just
So,
tell us the story.
okay. So there are a series of things that went on. So I shared the story with you about Beth Minardi and being a hair color educator at all the professional shows and all of that. Okay. So at some point with 14 stylists and everybody's heating and blow drying and blah, 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 blah. And I actually developed this like asthmatic reaction. So I'm like, okay, this is weird. So I went to a pulmonary doctor, did a chest x-ray. He thought this was funny. He comes out, he says, so let me ask you, what are you, a coal miner? No, bro, I'm a hairstylist. He was like, okay, well, you might need to pick a new career. So that was legit. That was one of the things that like got me like, so what are we really using and what's effective? So, okay, at that point, for instance, women were relaxing their hair. Okay. The fact of the matter is that if you looked at most relaxer kits, they would tell you to stir the relaxer with a rat tail comb. And okay, that is the first dumb thing. Okay. You need to use a color brush. You need to base your client's scalp so it doesn't penetrate. Now we got all this ovarian cancer stuff that's going on 30 years later. All right. So to me, this was just common sense. And to prep the hair because, okay, your hair looks like the scales on a fish. Okay. What determines how your hair grows out straight, coily, kinky, nappy, whatever we want to call it, is basically the shape of your follicle. Okay. So if your follicle is perfectly round, it's easy. It grows out straight. The cuticle, which is like the scales on a fish, don't crack. But if your follicle is long and oval, your hair twists and turns to get out, and the cuticle gets cracked. The cuticle is what seals in the moisture, reflects light, and creates shine, right?
Is that where you got the nourishing shine?
Nourishing shine did a lot of things, okay? So one of the things about butters that come from other countries, especially very hot countries, actually increase the thickness of your epidermis. So when you put nourishing shine on your hair after you condition whatever, and your whole body, your skin does not get dehydrated.
So what I want you to do in that very graphic description is, can you make the connection for everybody on you being a formulator to be able to deduce that? So because as we move through it, we just want to reveal this lie. It's so many. I know there's so many, but this is where we're going to get this jumped off. So tell us just a little bit about you being this formulator to make that connection about
okay.
products.
I'm going to run away and show 1 second. 1 second.
Okay, she's got 1 second. All right. So while we're at it, with 1 second, go ahead.
She's show and tell.
She's show and tell. All right.
Show and tell.
All right. So what we want you guys to do right quick while she's going to get that show them what they need to do to help show us some love today. It's real simple. It's real easy. All you got to do is this right here. Watch it. Bam.
Come on.
Pampa me on, pampa me on.
All right, buddy, yada. So hit that thumbs up button. We are interviewing the one and only Miss Jane Carter. She is the founder of Jane Carter Solution. And just in case you guys like, I don't remember that product. I don't think I ever heard of it.
It was quite.
So here it is right here in case you guys missed it. So this is the product line that she founded. Now, again, she's not associated with this anymore, but this was I remember again my homegirl Miss Melanie Higgins Day. She introduced me to this product line, and I agree with you. Who was that in the chat? That was I think that was Miss Foster who said, I used that product. Yeah, she used, here it is right here. She said she used to use Jane's Nourish and Shine product It's great to see her. So yeah, I used it. I actually thought it was pretty nice. But again, that was a long time ago, all right? A long time ago. And so what we're asking her to do right now is to, now you're
Jay,
good,
Jay.
is to talk with us about a formulator. And I think this is really important because we need to discern people who are just whipping stuff up, not knocking it, and a formulator. So Jane, again, break down your experience as a formulator and why that
But
validates.
distinctively from just doing it in your kitchen.
Okay, so first of all, understanding the chemistry of your whole body,
Mhm.
including your hair, okay? And really knowing what goes on, okay? First of all, everything you put on your skin is transdermal, okay? So if you look at ingredients on the back of a bottle and just go to Google and put in the ingredients, you'll see if they're harmful or harmless. Okay, this is what I was looking for.
Got it.
Okay, here is the book by Ali Syed,
Mm-hmm.
okay, who created Avalon Affirm. And his current styling product is As I Am.
Mm-hmm.
Is it As I Am? Yeah. Okay. So
with that process for you,
we were,
because I remember you telling me that he encouraged you to go to either a class or a school. Tell me about that.
okay. He sent me his book.
Uh-huh.
Okay. That was very nice about what he said. I met him at an event. This camera thing I'm struggling with.
Oh, we got you.
Don't worry about it.
Sure,
Okay.
like there we go. There's a bona fides. She's got some support from none other than, now you guys can Google Mr. Ali Syed. There we go. Okay, they got you there, Miss Carter. We're ready for the next point.
Okay. So I met him at an event, and he was a chemistry teacher at Northwestern. I think he left to go to work for Sofshin Carson. And every time he discovered something new, they wanted to patent it. And one of the things that I learned from him was quite interesting. So if you discover something that's no one's discovered before, you get 3 years from the date you file the patent until the last day that you have to complete it. So if you've not penetrated the market, once the patent is completed, filed, it's public information. So the big boys will come and knock you off.
Wow. So now you as a formulator, what would you do with your science to distinguish yourself from, just taking some olive oil and just mixing it up?
Making shit that works. Okay.
Right.
All right. So like I'll give you
Well, most people don't know that you were a hairstylist.
I was a hairstylist, a salon owner, a hair color educator, got a degree in business. I went back and got a degree in chemistry because it's not a simple thing. But like I showed you, Society Cosmetic Chemist. Okay, I told you Cheryl would make that joke that I've been the only little brown girl up in there, and I get questions like this. Oh, so what's your ethnicity? I'm African American. They're like, oh, well, you don't look African American. I said, well, just call me incognito.
Hold on, that's a brown. I ain't heard that one since 1975. I wasn't ready for that one. Incognito. You guys might be too young to know about that one there, but that's pretty powerful. So now you are amongst the elite, and you are into formulating at the same time. And this is kind of what, if you guys remember the situation with the politician where she was caught, with your fake lashes, and she had to clap back at the lady with the bleach blonde, whatever, Miss Representative Crockett. And again, so Miss Carter is already living this. And this is one of the challenges that women of color often face, where you're not actually taken seriously, or you're not as good as because you're a woman of color, but yet you made it through this chemistry program, and now you're formulating products, right? So now let me show you a clip, and we're going to move this conversation a little bit along here. So this clip, guys, that I'm going to show is I forgot his name. His name is Mr. Dickey. I forgot Dickey's last name, but
Anthony Dickey.
Anthony Dickey. That
I know him
is his
well.
last name. Okay, so here is his take, and then we're gonna get us right into the manufacturing lie. So Cheryl, I want you to answer after I do this, and then Miss Carter, come on and let's bring it on. What's up, Instagram? Instagram is getting jiggy with it. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
And let me remind you that the products didn't spearhead the natural hair community. We the people spoke, meaning women. Women whose hair texture from kinky to curly, whose texture had been the most neglected by both manufacturers of hair products and retailers who dictated how you shopped and what you shopped for. You shopped down the non-ethnic aisle. You shopped down the ethnic aisle in the back. Oh, and hairstylists who only knew what they knew. But the World Wide Web was where the community really came together in the late 1990s.
Now he's saying something that I don't know, because this is where I'm kind of jumping ahead when we talk about Black history. So sure, is it true that Black hair care manufacturers back in the day, because he said three things that jumped out. Number one, he said that they were making hair care products that really wasn't meeting the needs of Black women. I don't know if that was true or not, because they definitely met my needs. So let me go. Okay. Then number two, the retailers dictate. And then this whole which out is shot down, which is how we're going to get Miss Carter to talk about how this actually unfolds. So Cheryl, let's go there. There is a big belief that the reason why the natural hair care product movement really kicked off is because back in the day, Ultra Sheen and Luster, all of them, they really wasn't doing shit. They were just making products that gave us cancer, and they wasn't helping us out. Is that, including your father with that Jerry curl that got into the skull and caused some green lime to get into your brain, and you got your 9 ether hair. So these people failed Black consumers. Is that true? And then what about them dictating how we go down these aisles? And then Miss Jane, I want you to take it away right after Cheryl.
Okay.
Cheryl's going to go first. Go ahead, Cheryl.
Go ahead, Cheryl.
Is that true?
No, it's not true.
Damn, Cheryl, you know what? Let me drop the bomb. Damn, she said I was.
Well, let's go here. I would like to say, if you go back, and I think I've spoken to Mr. Dickey maybe once, really a long time ago. But here's the thing. 1989, 1990, 1991, 92. Where was people like Mr. Dickey? Where were they? Maybe probably not even in the business. So the metrics of whatever that statement's about, I think that is just, I think the industry makes it up. But the key here is that you need to understand that the salon the Black hair care at that time was wired through the salon, not the retail aisle. Okay. The era that he is talking about is the greatest era of giving away probably the most greatest transfer of wealth and power in any industry probably known to man, and probably in Black American history, because retail dollars were Black, probably, maybe, I can probably say maybe the beginning of the Korean invasion, and probably with their beauty supply stores. But for the most part, the beauty supply was still controlled by Black people. But he's talking about the retail market in terms of the hair movement. We're not talking about that. We're talking about when Jane Carter, there was no Dickey and no hair care influencers at that time when she started Jane Carter. That's not the same era. And we kind of conflate them. They're not the same era.
All right, I'm with you. Oh, we got our sister from Nova Scotia is in the chat. What's up? We got to give a big round of applause, because I don't know about you, Cheryl.
Hey, Samantha.
I'm gonna get my butt. Oops, wrong one. Sorry, hold on. There it is, right here. Yeah, what's up, Samantha? I am gonna make my way over to Nova Scotia somehow, some way.
I know. I've been trying to get there too, boy.
Yeah, I never wanted to go to Nova Scotia until I met Samantha. But anywho. So take it away. We're moving into the little black line.
How it started.
Okay.
So Jane, 1992, period. Hit it. When you enter. Go specific. 1990.
With the manufacturers. Let's go there.
Okay, so I have always done all my formulations because I'm on the ground, the consumer, and I'm looking at what exists currently that created this whole allergic reaction that I was having. So if we look at, like we said, ingredients, okay, it's not by accident that a lot of the butters grow in hot climates around the world, okay? You go to Africa and people are like, they're pretty brown skin, dark skin, and to be in the sun all the time and that kind of heat, what you rub naturally on your body has to be helpful. So a lot of the butters, you take a shower, you rub the butters on your body that are natural, they actually increase the thickness of your skin, which is your epidermis. Okay, and they seal in moisture. Okay, now petroleum, as we call it, petrolatum, does not act like that at all. Okay, that is like the scum of crude oil, which is what they make gasoline from, which is why the hair grease in the blue jar was like $3.99. So we were not big retail consumers. And in the back.
Oh, wait, now hold on.
All right, girl.
Hold on now. Wait a minute. Now this key Lolo. We use a lot of grease in my family. Okay.
We use a lot of what?
We use a lot of grease. Now in the chat, wake up. Don't y'all go to sleep on Miss Jane. How many people in the chat use hair grease? Be it Royal Crown, be it Blue Magic, TCB. If you was bougie, you use TCB hair grease. So
Vaseline.
Just plain old Vaseline. So Black people were using this, and we felt that it was working. But you're saying that in this manufacturing process, you feel that the petroleum is what began the demise or the fall of hair care? No. What you saying?
Okay. So I'm looking for this. I'm going to show you on the screen.
Okay.
So anything you put on your skin or your scalp is transdermal. Okay. What that means is that your body absorbs it. And okay, hold on. Let me find this.
Hold on. She's looking it up.
I said it to you, Cheryl. Hold on.
All right. Okay. So while she's looking that up, now, we putting her to the test, y'all. This is impromptu because Key Lolo I like me some grease. Now, Miss Foster is the only one that admitted that she used grease. Now, see, that's what I understand about Black folk. Now, all of a sudden, y'all gonna act like y'all ain't never used. So, what's up with that, Cheryl? While she's looking that up. So again, how many people in the chat use some hair grease? Because she's breaking it down so that we can understand how these products work on the skin. Because where we're going with this is how these manufacturers began to get into our pockets and our minds with some of this information that's causing a lot of spending habits, but people remain very unhappy with their hair. And while she's still looking through her book, some shout outs on Instagram. We got the legendary Irie. What's happening? Lisa Testa, one of my instructors, is also, and when your instructors come to the chat, you're doing something right. And then also we have C. Hayes Louise, we got the Indigo Kid, and so many others on Instagram, and they're saying, of course, what's happening, Miss Jane?
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
You see this?
Okay, she just pulled it up on the phone. So petrolatum found in breast tumors. Okay, so here we go. Take it away.
One of the number one things found with women that have breast cancer is petroleum, which is what we call hair grease. Okay, so not only is petroleum bad, okay, so for men, as another example, okay, everything you put on your skin, okay, hold on.
There you go. We got you.
We got it.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
We got you.
Okay.
So for women, you got petroleum. I'm with you,
We
Miss
got it.
Foster. Yikes. And then for men, where she's saying that it acts like estrogen. Everybody is saying, "Wow, let me drop the bomb." So why? So now let's move into the manufacturers, per Mr. Dickey, who is saying that they are actually navigating shopping experience.
I'm
Right.
listening.
Yeah. So he say, are they navigating how we pick up this petroleum and these shea butters? Are they navigating? Are
Who's
manufacturers?
they? The manufacturers?
Yes.
All right. This is how this game.
He says they're telling us which aisles to go down, which stuff to pick up, what's good, what's bad, and what do you say? Is that true or is that not true?
All right. So here's how it works. I want somebody to do a formula. So I take what's called a lab brief to whoever the chemist is and say, the first thing is, here's the price point. This is what the competitive price point has to be. It's $5.99, $9.99, $10.90, whatever it is. So when they're doing the formula, based on what your objective is with performance, they're going to find ingredients that are cheap enough that they can make you something for $1.99. I'll use it as an example. That you could sell for $12.99. That's probably going to cost you $8.99 to ship it, to make it, and all of that. So their objective is not like, let's look at like what's working here and what's not. Okay? So that's why before the natural hair movement, in the back of Rite Aid, for instance, they would have a sign that said ethnic hair care. Okay. At some point.
Now, was that manufactured per se? Who did this? Did CVS? Don't come after me, CVS. But did CVS do it, or did Mr. Morrow when he made? Now his stuff wasn't over the counter, but his was for professionals. Did he say black people only? Who did this? The companies or the actual stores?
No, it depends on who your market is and how you saturate the market. Okay, so you talked about Earl earlier. Everybody would get in the car and fill the trunk up, and all the way back to Paul Mitchell days, and drive around to salon or whatever. Okay, so all right. So what does petroleum actually do for your hair? It's greasy. It makes them shine, but it doesn't have any ingredients that help your hair, or God forbid, your skin. So. And Cheryl and I talked about this. The Society of Cosmetic Chemists Northeast chapter I go to, these guys live in a freaking closet. Like, bro, have you ever been in a salon? Like, for real? Okay, like seriously.
She telling on the chemist, y'all. Remember, these the lies. She's saying the chemists don't even know, but I quoted her. She said, I was on the ground with the consumer. And so you did what? Now that you know that they don't know, they're not on the post.
Okay, so one of the reasons that Nourish and Shine was one of my first products, that it was so effective. So I might make 3 variations, go back to the salon, give it to 10 stylists, and say, you see 3 variations, which one do you like the best? Okay? That's not what any product formulator ever does. Okay, and then look at the ingredients or the inky deck on any bottle and see what the story is. Now, okay, so let me go back and give you an example. In the beginning of this whole process, okay, every foam mousse was basically for the curly hair girls, not the brown girls. Okay, it had lots of crunchy hold. Okay, and in the salon, this consumer is relaxing her hair. We're wrapping her hair. What do we use to wrap her hair besides the neck strips? Then she comes out of the dryer, okay, and all of the foam mousses had all this crunchy hold, and now you got to flat iron her or curl her hair, okay? So I made a product called Wrap and Roll, which was conditioning with ceramides, glycerides, that didn't dry with any crunch or any hold, and everything in a spray bottle for hold at that time was alcohol based. Okay, so if you want to spray something on your hair for hold, okay, I don't know, the white boy, whoever, it was alcohol based. Okay, so polyvinyl pyrrolidone is what gives you the hold. It's soluble in alcohol and water.
Right.
So I'm not going to use no mousse with all this hold while she's under the dryer. Her hair is smooth. It's wrapped. Now she comes out. I make natural hold spray gel, water based, has hold. You mist it to keep rehydrating her hair. Curl it. Nothing burns into the salons where we're all breathing, and it worked.
All right. So now it sounds like you've taken a playbook out of Dr. Morrow. So isn't that kind of like what your dad was doing, Cheryl, where he worked directly with cosmetologists to kind of craft
Definitely.
His all his various brands. Why are cosmetologists not included? I mean, your dad did it, so sure, just kind of address that a little bit. What made your dad say, I want to go professionals? I don't really want to rock with consumers telling me what's good.
He knew what the need was. When you know what the need is, where there's a hole, there's an opportunity.
All right, okay. But now, Mielle and them, I ain't trying to, I'm just saying, y'all, they didn't really come to the cotton. So Cheryl, answer that question. Your dad, because she took a playbook out of your dad's, on the post of, I'm sorry, she didn't say that. She said on the ground with the consumer. Why did your dad say, I'm going to the professional to help me with this? I'm not going to go to the consumer, unlike these newer companies, as we talk about in our 114th episode, the Little Black Natural Hair Care Product Lies, in our interview with Ms. Jane Carter.
Okay, so hold on. What Cheryl's dad made, excuse me, Cheryl, is something that had to be done in a salon. It was a 2 or 3 step process. It was not something that you just put in your hair.
But he could have went over the counter. So sure, that's why I want, because he could have. I mean, they eventually did.
You ever try to perm rod your own hair, girl?
Right.
And rinse it out?
Well, let me just say this. That is distinctively the difference between what we call JHERI, which is Jerry, and the difference between the curl as a profession, which we call as professionals the cold wave curl. Then the brand had California Curl, then Jerry Curl, then this curl, and then Leisure Curl, then Carefree Curl, then Wave Nouveau, and then the dry curl, LA Light. It was subsequent. It was the cold curl. Now you have to remember something that I did not make a connection to. When you are become a brand owner, what makes Mr. Morrow, and I didn't realize that you and Mr. Morrow and Jane have something in common. You guys were hairstylists.
Wasn't he left-handed?
No, I probably both, but most brand owners are not cosmetologists. Okay.
No brand owners are cosmetologists.
Right. Well, what is distinct though is that you do get some. You, California Curl, Mr. Morrow, you do get some, but it's not common, right? And I think that is what the natural hair care world needs more of. I think that is going to be the new thing as we move forward in the, in the 21st century, is that the professional needs to use their professional prowess and what they do, and then dovetail into the society of chemists like Jane Carter did, and then other. But that is very different because most only do it because the ingredients can be natural. Now she named what is the raw material that makes hair hold. She used an actual chemical taxonomy word, and that is what chemical companies understand. But when you try to do it natural and it doesn't work, and then it starts flaking and does other things, but that is how a hairstylist, as you would say this morning, uses their education, uses their training, take it up a notch. They become their own formulator. They know what they're talking about. They know what they want as a stylist, and then they give it to the stylist as they give it to the greater retail market. But
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So now, Miss Carter, you're bringing it home. So you're definitely sharing with us that a lot of times the chemist really wasn't on the ground. I ain't gonna
They're
hit on.
never on the ground.
Oh shit.
well, they're
There
not
she go.
hairstylists either, so they don't see. That's
Exactly.
that Jane
And
had.
they don't even have a
Jane was
test
a hairstylist.
on in L'Oreal to say, oh, the chemistry department made these 3 things. Like,
From what? And
like,
why?
Dang, this is shocking.
No,
You make me want to cry. You mean she said they wasn't on the ground? So what they doing then? I mean,
okay. Let me give you a I'm not going to say it's a stupid example, but Cheryl and I talked about this, and I'm sure I could find you the copy of my daughter comes here. She lives in Brooklyn. I use black soap in the shower. She's like, Mom, I ain't using it black soap. I need some body wash. She goes to the store and she buys Dove body wash. I get in the shower. I look at it. I turn around. I read the ingredient deck. Anybody who has Dove body wash with the green cap in their shower, turn it around and look at the ingredients at the bottom. The third line is sodium hydroxide. What is that? Relaxer. Now, why the heck would some dumbass chemist use sodium hydroxide? Because it's got a high pH of like 14 to 17, okay? And maybe whatever the detergent was has like a very low acidic, maybe 3 pH. So they want to neutralize it to maybe 5, probably 6, maybe 7. They could use freaking baking soda. There's natural ingredients that they could use. Why? And to this day, anybody listening, you got that Dove body wash, you go in to that shower and turn around and look at that ingredient deck and you see sodium hydroxide.
And Cheryl, what you say about the whole sodium hydroxide? What's your rationale? I know you don't represent. I'm just trying to get it started, Mika. What's up, Live Work Clean? I'm trying to get it started. Cheryl, what you? Hold on. She
Go
said,
ahead, Cheryl. Shut up.
Go ahead, Cheryl.
No. I and let me be clear.
I need a seaweed.
Huh?
She eats some seaweed.
Oh, okay. Do what you got to do, sis. I do know that there is a disconnect between the clean ingredient world, and we all know basically the mother of that particular movement would be the Beta 1989.
You're weaving in and out with your sound. Stay close to your mic.
Okay, and so I don't know what we can do other than re-expose it again, okay? Because natural movement and the clean products or clean ingredients movement are not the same monster. They're not the same beast. And I think as professionals, we need to reintroduce, compartmentalize the whole conversation so they don't get conflated and they don't get confused. Because explaining, yes, is there a more plant-based version of sodium hydroxide that they could have used that gives them that boost, right, of lathering and foaming and softness and all of that? Could they have used a plant-based version? Yeah. But, when it comes to when you go up into probably servicing 6 regions at one time, and you've got, and every SKU is 300,000 orders, and you got, 15 stores in each region, I don't know how sustainable it is.
It's about the money, girl.
Well,
It's
well,
not
well,
about the
well,
they don't care.
yeah.
It's about the
Now,
money.
now, one of the things that we have to then, on the other flip side of this conversation, then we deal with a plant-based version of, let's say, sodium hydroxide, right?
Okay.
Then we do the cost analysis of what the toxicity component is. And once it's low, that is where we get into, okay, then there is an expense decision. And that's when it becomes about the money. And that is when it becomes, about who's bad, who's not plant-based, who's not green, who's not blue, who's not this. And then the movement, which is the clean ingredients movement, which you were in the heart of, 1992, clean ingredients, plant-based, natural, more natural sources, versus getting it conflated with Anthony Dickey with that particular film. It has nothing to do with the actual natural hair care movement. And I wanted to just make sure that we don't get that conflated.
Okay,
Right,
so let
right.
me
I
wait.
got
So let me say
Okay,
this.
okay,
First
go
of all,
ahead.
the term natural
Uh-oh. Get ready, y'all. Hit the like
about,
button.
like, love the hair you wear. It came with the head. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That is the distinctive or descriptive term or texture. Okay. So the natural hair movement ain't got nothing to do with ingredients. No disrespect to all the sister girls, but I promise you that none of them ever took a pH strip and dipped it in a bottle.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, Jane, you going harder than hard. Not one bit soft.
That's what you
Correct.
do. Wait, y'all want to see me go get one and do it? I can
No.
do that.
No. We got
We got time. We got to. Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So, and shall we talk about this also? And should we talk about this? Okay. Social media was the beginning of like accessible information about consumer behavior. Previous to that, everything was descriptive based on what was sold in retail. And every time it gets scanned, it's got a UPC code on the back and it shows up on a report, which is what the shirts, as I call them, look at to see, wow, this is up. Wow, this is down. Wow, these women aren't buying any more hair grease. Oh, what are they doing? Now there's social media. Okay. So now it's like cute girls in the bathroom. The cute girls, they ain't having no problematic hair. Then here we go, wash day. Who got time for that bullshit? Not me. Like, wash day, what's that, for laundry? Like, I'm serious.
Okay.
No,
This girl is on fire.
Okay, so here we go. All right, so all that was all cute and all blah, 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 blah. All right, and then the companies that looked at the IRI report when the hair grease sales were down were like, oh, look, and then there were the beauty influencers. And then they would pay these beauty influencers $10,000 to review a product.
So what you're saying is that all of this seems to be
This
very
is bullshit in
manufactured.
business.
Okay, now here's what I want to say, and I'm going to show you. Now this is a video. It's about politics, okay? And this gentleman, I did not get his name, but what I want to know is what gave you the balls to address this right here. Here we go.
It's not just the evil people who wreak havoc on this world. It's the good people who don't do enough to stop them.
Hammer time.
Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to the Afro Hair Science YouTube channel. Deuces. All right, hit the like button. What gives you the cojones to do something about it? Because now you're an outlier. You're a poo-poo starter. You think you know everything. And you're going to come up against these companies and you're telling everybody right here on America's favorite podcast about Afro hair, you've just revealed that this whole natural hair movement is very manufactured by manufacturers. So just tell us what gave you the cojones to just tell it.
I mean, what the fuck is Afro hair? Excuse my mouth, okay? This is like these white boys talk about, oh, the biggest growth in the hair sector is black hair. Well, I'm black. I mean, I'm a hair colorist. Black's the color of asphalt. That is not a defining characteristic of your hair type or texture, bro. So what do you call white? What do you call straight hair? Redneck hair? Honky hair? Slave owner hair? I mean, seriously. I'm sorry.
What is?
So now we agree with you because we're on this podcast and like, oh, I'm like, if it grows on your scalp, guys, it's natural. So all of this stuff we're telling you from a woman who's behind the scenes. She's telling you guys that this is all manufactured. And Mika, who works with the pseudo killer, said that's a fact, Jack. But we do have a question for you in the chat from a young woman who wants to kind of follow along your lines, but it's in skincare. And so her question is, she was started online. So here's her question down here at the bottom. She was just wondering, because now I want you to be honest with folks now, because we're not chemists.
Oh, you know I'm going to be honest.
So can this young lady here who is into aesthetics, she's an esthetician, and she wants to make her own hair care line. Should she be doing this? Should she quit while she's ahead? What is a good starting point or direction for her to take?
Okay.
What should she do? So that's going to come up. We ain't knocking the kitchen, people. So here's
she's an esthetician. So she does skin. Okay. So based on my business background in marketing, the first thing you look for is where are the holes? What's already being done? And what's missing? Because if she's an esthetician, she's touching skin every day. Okay, so that's the first thing, because if you're not filling a void that's already been filled, then you're competing with all the products and brands that have already addressed it.
Now hold on, let me drop the bomb on that. Right, that's a mind. If it's already being made, you ain't got no business making these products because you said you were already gonna be competing. So there you go.
Okay. So, okay, I'll give you an example. Another example. Okay, so Diva Curl, Lorraine Massey. She was a hairstylist in New York, okay? She decided to make her own product line. I'm sure she didn't do any of the formulations, okay? And she was one of the first ones, even before she was doing curly hair, like Dad was the other stylist. But the black girls weren't dealing with the nappy hair and all that drama. Okay, so Diva Curl does a co-wash. Okay, now the natural hair thing explodes. All right, so if you got curly hair, I highlight you. You go to the gym 3 times a week. You don't want to keep washing your hair. You get in the shower, you rinse it, you put in a co-wash. Okay, and then you're good. Now the brown girls gonna have wash day. So they're going to put this is basically conditioner in your hair and not even rinse it out for 6 weeks. Okay? Look at that $6 million lawsuit. Okay? So if you don't do a co-wash with some cocamide propyl betaine in it, that's basically not the detergent, but the sudsing agent in a shampoo, then, okay, then what happens?
This lady, I'm trying to tell y'all, this the podcast on Jane. You black on black, so black on black. Now, I'm telling y'all, this is my book. Hold on, I'm going to do that. Hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. This is my book right here, right? It's called What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon. This is what my book been asking y'all. Why would y'all put this stuff in your hair? Like Mika said, hello, what I can't believe is how did black people fall for this? So this video, I want you to address. It. Here we go.
So for this video, I wanted to talk about combs and how I do not comb my hair. You will see here that I just use my fingers to pull my hair apart gently to get rid of the tangles. I don't use any combs. I only use my fingers. This does take quite a bit of time.
What you talking about, Will?
All right now, Jay. It's Kilolo about to go in. Mika, stay with me, Mika. I want everybody in the chat. Mika, Miss Foster, Samantha. The chat is on fire. Wike, LB, Miss Kai. I want everybody. I see you. Miss AG is in the chat. And of course, everybody on Instagram. Too many people on Instagram, but we love your Instagram. LinkedIn, stop trolling. We see y'all out there. So what I want to know is, how did, in your opinion, because you're on the ground with the consumer, how did Black women and men fall for this movement of not combing? And I didn't make the connection between the curly girls with the wash and go, and and then you got the Afro people like, you know what, maybe I should try that, but I can't comb it. So how did we get here, in your opinion? And do the companies have something to do with that, or is it the pretty girls in the bathroom? I'm gonna use that one, Cheryl.
Yeah, no. The problem is, ain't nobody got time for that.
Hold on. You know she down. Here you go, Cheryl.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
She down with us, Cheryl. Can we everybody give her a hand clap? We did not plan this. I'm telling you right now. She don't know nothing about what we doing. But like she said, ain't nobody got time for that. So what's up with the not combing? All of these directions coming out of the natural hair movement that fuels the purchases of what you just revealed is a very manufactured and highly concocted scheme for Black women, for Black dollars, using cheap products when they could, go ahead on and replace it with some better quality product, because you're a chemist and you understand these things. So what's up with people saying, I ain't combing my hair?
What you comb your big ass afro for? Girl, please. That's too much work. Get your butt in the shower, rinse your hair, let it hydrate for like 10 minutes. Your hair swells, the hydrogen bond is broken.
But I ain't gotta comb my hair. This is a belief.
It's a bullshit belief.
Cheryl,
okay?
Do you agree? Is that a bullshit belief that combing?
The paddle brush in the shower. Okay, you get in. I'm gonna shut up.
Well, no. Let me just say this, and I'm just.
That was my daughter. She wouldn't be getting her hair combed.
She raw, y'all. It was her daughter. She getting her hair combed.
You getting your butt in the shower,
and we
gonna rinse your hair real well. We're gonna start with a paddle brush from the ends, work our way up to the roots, rinse that out, shampoo it, reapply the conditioner. Detangle with the paddle brush, go through with your fingers, rinse out the conditioner. Don't be brushing nothing, because now your curls are more clumped up. Okay? Get out. When your hair is wet, the hydrogen bond is broken. So your hair is wet, the conditioner's in there, it's longer. Whatever. This would be an afro if I'd whatever. Okay?
So Cheryl, you say, are you with her that Black folk, y'all got to use that?
So y'all needed that. These sister girls need to go back to the salon, y'all, and the three of us, we need to be on some educational crack for these girls so they can get paid.
Educational crack?
That's right.
Hey, this girl is on fire. I am here to tell you, she is not playing out here. Cheryl, what you say about your position on, because they got a finger comb, and it hurts. This is the new thing now, because the natural hair products are saying our products are so good, y'all ain't even got to comb your hair. Y'all could just finger it. And what do you say to that, Cheryl?
Go walk your dog. That's what I say.
She raw, y'all. This lady,
because you've been in the bathroom for an hour.
Ooh. Okay.
I never really thought about it until now, is that, out of every movement, it starts out of the oppression and maybe the thirst for something more for the Black texture, Afrocentric culture, right?
Ain't that my job?
Right. And somehow the natural hair care movement, the early one she's talking about, was co-opted by the straight curly movement. And they resold it to the Afro curly girls.
What?
And it didn't work.
Okay, Miss Carter, is she telling the truth? Did they repackage this concept and resell it to people with afro hair.
Yes, they did.
You know what? I will see y'all later. I'm signing off.
Wait, I'm coming to sit in the chair behind you.
This too much. Mika, Kai, good Lord,
Look,
and
look, look, but
nickels.
listen.
Wait. And that's where you get that all of a sudden the girls that really wanted this whole new world to view Afrocentric textures, all of a sudden now when you put in Google, curly hair is now that straight wavy curly hair.
Yeah.
So now the industry started making products for that curly texture and then pushed the original cultural significance of why we wanted to do this in the first place. They moved to 4.
Right.
And the number 1 girls, 2 girls, 3 girls, they started those. That is where those biracial textures started taking the lead, and most things were formulated for that particular texture, not that real Afrocentric movement of that force to that hair that is problematical and that we need to be retrained on.
First of all, the hair came with the head. So if you got hair, it ain't problematic. Now, if you don't got no hair, that's another conversation. So, Cheryl, if that client that we just looked at came to my salon or LaDosha's salon, she would go to the sink, she would get rinsed very thoroughly till her hair felt softer, maybe detangle a little with your fingers. If it's super, super tight, you don't start shampooing it because you don't want the cuticle to be raised. So you start to detangle it with conditioner.
I want to hold on right there.
From your ends up. Then you rinse it again. Then you shampoo it. Now you didn't stretch the hair, and now I'm shutting up.
And so I was sharing with you guys that, and now Shirley and I, we just had a conversation, because we was talking about Miss Carter. Like, I just sweated out my hair, girl. You done got me. Ooh, this child, this Miss Jane Carter, Miss Carter. I can't even handle your but anywho, Shirley and I was saying,
some wine in a minute.
Man, listen, hey, I already look at this. I got some Hattie Mae birthday.
Damn.
I'll try to tell y'all. Okay, so anywho, here's the thing, guys. When I talk about Cheryl Morrow's product, the C-Suite, and I was sharing with Cheryl, and I even told Jane that you had the Holy Grail. And one of the things that I like about what Miss Carter is saying is that, elevating, and Miss Kai is in the chat saying that's what she wants to do with skincare, right? So elevating the formulations to meet the demands, a higher, as Cheryl called it, métier, thought processes, and formulating products that's going to meet the demand is what's required, because these products are they're making people feel like you can spar with the afro. And what you and Cheryl are saying is that all of these companies who are telling you that you can spar with the afro by putting all this stretchy stuff, it's never going to happen. Is that what you're saying, Jane, when it comes to trying to make this afro hair do something that you just said, if it's growing from the scalp and it ain't bad? So stop trying to make it do something that is just not.
Okay, so one of the new products for Jane Carter Evolved.
All right, come on, Jane Carter Evolved.
Jane Carter Evolved.
It should be called Bitches Be Tripping, but
whatever. Look, what you call it? Instagram is like, this sister is off the Richter scale. What's up, IG? LinkedIn, y'all still crickets, but hang on in there with us. But she said, just be tripping. Okay, so your new product, here we go again. Facts, everybody is in the chat like, yeah, Miss Foster, she is too much. Ooh, baby. Y'all know Kilo.
So wait a minute, I just want to let y'all know, this is who she's always been. This is who she's always been. We have always had some of the greatest candid conversation. And this is the future. And at the end of the day, and like I tell you, Jane, you can't hold anything back this time. You have to put your.
It's already out. Did y'all see
It's
that?
already out.
Come on now. They said, give me some of that bitches be tripping. I'm telling you, Cheryl, this podcast has
I'm
got
gonna
to
tell
be
you
the
the story
best thing
about
we
this
could have
right
ever
here.
done. So, oh my Lord, you know what? I can't. Instagram. What's up,
Hey, wait a minute.
Nico?
And come on now, Jane. And let me just say this: you're gonna see this whole podcast this month while she's on with us is a whole 360 story, and she ain't lying. Because wait a minute, because if you don't name it that now, okay, you got to now just whatever your little evolve, Jane Carter evolve. But they're waiting for you to put your whole personality in this, man. And
they ain't gotta wait, Cheryl. You see my tattoo, right? I done showed you this before.
Oh, don't tell me. Oh, there she go. Dang,
don't tell me I can't, Harry Tubman.
Oh, shit. She the tat. I ain't got no tats, okay? I got a necklace. Hold on, since we doing all this.
What you got, K-Lola?
I got a little necklace because I'm scared of tattoos. But check this out. Now the chat is like, they say bring this conversation. The three of us, we got to get us some tickets and hop it on over to Nova Scotia. We coming for you. The three of us, we got to get our coins together and we got to get over to Nova Scotia. Because
what are they selling there?
Us,
what products?
Okay, Samantha. She said, what are they rocking in Nova Scotia? In the meantime, as we wrap this up, because we got one more point, and I want you guys to kind of, as we're going with this, with your products, because Cheryl says that one of the biggest problems that the consumer is having when you're purchasing products from these bathroom cuties, I just love it, the bathroom cuties, is that they don't know their history. And so I will take history back, especially to people who are talking about us not using combs. So there's a little far reach going back, but y'all know me. I'm a nerd. We hair nerds, right? So I'm going way back. So here we go on not knowing the history, but Cheryl gonna bring us up a little bit further, but I'm gonna go way back. Here you go, Cheryl.
Madeleine Mumkwoglu, a researcher from Jerusalem, discovered this ivory comb when she put it under a microscope to examine ancient remains and found what looked like letters. Using the right machine, the epigrapher Daniel Vainstub was able to decipher 17 letters written in Canaanite. Their translation read, "May this fang remove the lice from the hair and beard." Researchers estimate that its history and use date back to around 1700, 1600 before Christ.
So the comb has been around about, that's just one of the combs, 17 to 1600 years before Christ. How are these new companies who are promoting and supporting, like she said, because that's an influencer, as Jane just pointed out, they're going to call her before they call Key Lolo, okay? Because she got way. They gonna call her because
money ain't never been the motivator.
Oh,
don't tell white boys call me. I'm sorry. No,
I can't.
Okay? And listen. I'm gonna interrupt you, Dosha, one second. Jamaica is my favorite place in the world. I've spent plenty of time in Amsterdam and all over the EU. Okay, so you go to Jamaica, girl. They've been growing stuff. You got the girl that was an esthetician. You go get a friggin' aloe leaf and rub it on somebody's skin or face or whatever. Some of the natural stuff, there's nothing that you could fake make that makes that work. Okay? Barry Fletcher, okay. Aloe. I mean, aloe's great. But go to the damn grocery store and just buy an aloe leaf and rub it on your butt, because my girls in Jamaica use it to shave their legs. Okay? So, I mean,
it's clearly that the art of beauty needs to be reintroduced. obviously re-put in categories, reintroduced. And obviously, maybe there is, I mean, obviously, the trade show as it stands now is not teaching. It is not presenting. It is not connecting culture with history with knowledge, and knowledge with wisdom, and complete alchemy and application, and what these things mean and when they use it, and to invite multicultural cultures who can get on the same page. Maybe we need a beauty culture hair show to the point where we can get the best experts in the field and experts in the retail business, economics, product building, formulation, technology, and the whole nine. But until then, and I think that just as taking this conversation on the road, I think that we're raising the questions that everyone has already seen: the purple elephant in the room and the pink one in the closet, and we want to get them out. And I think that just you coming on, Jane, is just, you're taking the hat off because we knew something was wrong.
Right. And here, I want to show this reel to you, Miss Carter. And this, because I'm along the lines of where you were. I'm not, I gotta give credit where credit is due. I don't have all what you have, but I knew that something was wrong and that we needed to sound the alarms, not for the sake of yelling fire, but for the sake of being able to reach out to someone like you. And this is Ta-Nehisi Coates, and he's talking about what's happening over in Israel. And so this is just going to validate your point, because you sounded the alarm, and that took a lot of heart, given what happened, with your product line. So we're going to hear your thoughts on this, and we're going to talk about that biggest lie so far. Here we go.
And I knew that whatever I was going to see, like I had a sentiment. I couldn't express it like I just expressed it for you right now, because obviously I hadn't been there. But I had a sentiment that what I was going to see was not going to be great. And I know that, A, because of my upbringing, and I know that, B, because of my vocation as a journalist, you can't behold evil and then return and not speak on it. And segregation is evil. There just is there's no way for me as an African American to come back and stand before you to witness segregation and not say anything about it. One of the hardest things was to come back and then to read the rhetoric of certain African American politicians who are defending this regime. And I couldn't understand it. I wanted to know if they had been to Hebron. I wanted to know if they had been to Massasoit, if they had been to Susha, if they had been to Tubat. Had they seen? Have they really seen, what is actually happening here? I don't know how anybody who benefits, who stands on the shoulders of our ancestors' struggle against Jim Crow, against segregation, could see what is happening right now, could see the bombs being dropped, 9,000 people dead, an ungodly number of them children, in service of Jim Crow and segregation, which we have exported, and be okay with that.
Okay. Yeah, so
let me say something.
So this is you.
Okay.
This is LaDosha, this is Cheryl. We couldn't, because we've been to those places. We had a premonition. Cheryl, we talked about this today, using our education, and you're being bold and brazen. This is not CNN, obviously, and you're continuing to reveal what a lot of people, it's hard to accept. Even some of the stuff that you're sharing right now is still hard to digest. So your responsibility and taking it to the next level, how, just speak to that courage to tell, but to offer solutions. You're not just telling, you actually have a solution for us.
That I don't have a solution?
That you do. You do have a solution.
Look, don't make me start. My mother used to stand and joke, used to be like, why you think you got the initials JC? I'd be like Jesus Christ, Mom. She'd be like, I'm like, didn't he already do this? She's like, well, maybe, I don't know. But that was one of her goofy, funny jokes. And the other thing, what my mother used to say, that boy didn't get a proper ass whipping in kindergarten. Okay? I'm sorry. Because You don't get mean at birth. You get mean because somewhere somebody did not take you, and life is experiential. It's not reading a book. It's not looking at the news. It's like being up there with people, with children dying, okay? And unfortunately, a lot of the politicians are way too comfortable. And let me tell you something. You don't do nothing in life unless you're uncomfortable. And that's why I created the brand. Unfortunately, it was stolen from me by one of the distributors of the whatever we call it, nigga shop hair brand. I don't forget.
Good Lord, this woman. She
Tell
said
it, baby.
stolen from her
Tell
from
it.
the nigga shop hair brand.
That's what I told. Look, that's what I told the Friday buyer. I said,
Okay.
what's up with the ethnic? I said, let's put up the nigga shop here. Like what? Like that's so offensive. Like what? Isn't everybody ethnic? I mean, but it's if there's not somebody.
And let me just say this, and maybe because we don't understand consumer psychology. And do you understand that Mexicans and Filipinos and Indians and Italians, they do not want their foods mixed with other people's. They don't want their foods mixed with other people because it is psychological. The aisles are created psychological. So when you go down a specific aisle to look for Goya and you want jalapenos, you expect, right? You expect refried beans. You expect everything to go with that cuisine because that's how people psychology shop for tacos, enchiladas, tostadas, and the whole nine, right?
Okay.
Go for curry, you expect basmati rice, and you expect these things to be close in proximity.
And it says wagwan.
And they're called, and then when you see spaghetti sauce, and you have all these array of spaghetti sauces, you expect to see what kind of peppers? The green peppers. They're called the pepperoncinis. You don't mix them with jalapenos because they're segregated. Now, I know what most people say when that comes to black hair care products. Now, but what if I would have said to Jane Carter, and I would have said, "Oh, yeah, we have a integrated 5 or 6 walls, right? To be able to put to say I want to put Jane Carter right next to Wella Balsam or some other brand that has been in the category for 60 years, okay, that customer who's gonna buy Wella is never gonna buy Cheryl Sweet Sweet. They're never gonna buy Jane Carter. They like Jergens lotion. So the point is, the key for the specialized aisle was there for people who have an eccentric, very niche satiation, or they have a desire for a specific brand, for them to go directly to that particular product. And retail shelves are a psychological, they don't just put them on there for any reason.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. It is not by accident that anything in a store is not based on the demographic of who shops there. Okay? Okay? You don't go to Whole Foods and shop unless you got plenty of money. You can buy anything at Whole Foods that you could buy in the grocery store up the street where they sell a 10-pound bag of rice. Okay? You got a lot of children to feed. So this is not like, oh, let's just think about this. This is about, we know who's here. We've done the homework. We've looked at the demographic. We know the behavior, and we know what to order from what manufacturer to put on the shelf so the stuff sells.
Right. And I don't, and really, and I don't appreciate someone coming and talking about, forget the psychology, because people, white women with black children or biracial children, they ain't got time to be looking for at 12 12 shelves and 12 sections of conditioners. They want to go to a specific direct where they know that there is going to be a palette messaging, certain color, certain mores, certain ethos of products that's going to deal with their specific child of the demographic in their household.
And what we have learned today,
excuse
me,
that.
Right,
that is not by accident.
Right, and that's what I was going to say. What we have learned today is that what led up to that is very manufactured. It is not as real as what we think it is. And Ms. Carter is saying that she has a solution per Ms. Kai and Cheryl that we need to elevate how we are formulating to as we're on the ground. Because we're on the ground with the consumer. So tell us about your product, and then I want you to share with us what's the biggest lag, okay? So share with us what you have to offer, and everybody is like, this shit's on fire. It is on fire. Hit that thumbs up button. It is on fire. So share with us what you have to offer.
All right, so let me give you some basic examples, okay? All these girls that are wearing all this edge gel with the little baby hair thing, okay, typically they might wash their face and they don't rinse into their hairline, okay? So soap typically is around a 9 pH. Your natural skin pH is like 5. So if you don't rinse into your hairline to rinse out that soap, then you're going to have edges that are going to be jacked up, okay? That's a fact. All right? That's a fact. So that's one of the pieces. The other piece is these girls wearing braids that don't shampoo their scalp. I'm doing a product called Ditch the Itch. It could be called Ditch the Itch Bitch, but I'm not.
She's just a bad motor scooter right here.
My mother, my daughter to my mother's now would disown me. So
you got a product. You have a product that's going to help ditch the itch.
Okay. So y'all remember athlete's foot and ketoconazole that they put in, or Nizoral shampoo. Okay, where do athlete's foot come from? Athletes. They don't take off their socks or their sneakers. Dark, wet, warm creates fungus. Grows on your feet, it can grow on the whole rest of your body. Okay? So if you got braids and you at the bus stop and your scalp is sweating, it's dark, wet, warm.
Pat your weave. Beyonce said, pat your weave.
Pat, no, I ain't patting no weave. Get that crap. That's called wash your hair trick. No, but seriously, right? Glycerin.
Please and thank you.
Oh, is that a bye, Felicia?
She said, it's called wash your hair trick. Mika, help me. Mika, y'all go get me. Live, work clean, come out of Canada. She said, oh, Lord me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, Jay. I'm trying to.
No, but seriously, think about it. If your hair is braided, think about if you don't wash your face for 2 weeks. Okay? So when you do wash, your scalp needs to be exfoliated because the skin grows up. And you at the bus stop, it's dark, wet, warm. That's the perfect thing for fungus. Okay, then your ass gonna be bald-headed. So that's gonna be, and the weight of the braids and all of that. And no disrespect to the braiders, because that's a hard job. Okay, but a lot of them are not licensed cosmetologists. They don't have sinks. So you go there to get your hair braided, and they work hard, and I've seen some beautiful work. But the maintenance required to wear those styles is critical to deal with your scalp, to deal with have an exfoliating scrub that once you get in the shower, you're going to put on your scalp, you're going to scrub. It's got jojoba beads in it, okay, that will get rid of all the skin build up. And now you can go shampoo, condition, or whatever, put your braids in a scrunchie, whatever, but your scalp is what's important. Okay. All right. Then, you know, I did a no swell gel, which is what I got in my little nappy hair, which is a cream gel, because creams take a long time. They're viscous. So when your hair is wet, it's elongated. So you want to put any product in your hair when it's super wet. Okay. But a cream gel dries fast. And then the next day you could do a rehydrator if you got frizz to reactivate the cream gel and reactivate your curl.
All
So,
right.
you know, I'm shutting up now.
No. You're good. You're good. You're good. So this in the name of your product line, and are these available? They're in the chat saying we all want to put some shit in our car. We ready to go.
All right, come on, y'all. Come on. I'm gonna pick the cotton after we hang up. So okay. Anybody wants to shoot an email, info@Jane Carter Evolved.
All right, let me make this.
.com.
Okay, let me change this.
Info@Jane Carter Evolved.
Info.
And it'll work even if you don't put the .com. I'm pretty sure.
At Jane. Info at what?
Info at Jane Carter Evolved.
CarterEvolved.
Oh, Evolved.
Evolved. Mm-hmm. .com.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so the products, you can email her. Let me put it up. There it is. Info@Jane Carter Evolved. Don't forget the .com. If you're interested, we got
come on, y'all.
C-Suite. We got C-Suite. Wait till you see the display. Sure, you're going to be like, I love you, Key Lolo. You're going to love me so much. And then we're going to bring in Evolve. We're going to call you up. I'm going to have our salon coordinator. We need to support you because tell us what's the biggest lie. And I'm going to tell them why we need to support you. But as we wrap this up, what's the biggest lie?
You know what the biggest lie is?
Everybody get ready. Instagram. Hold on. Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn.
Okay, I'm shutting up.
Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. She's about to tell us this is the biggest lie. So y'all get ready. I'm about to fall out this. Look at my hair. I done messed up my hair. Go ahead.
Wait. And get the bomb in the hair.
Let me get the bomb.
Get the bomb ready.
Get the bomb ready. Okay, I got the bomb ready. Okay. The biggest lie.
Here's the biggest lie. That we don't keep the money in the family. Okay? So I'm going to do an affiliate program. If you've got some following and you want your girlfriends to buy something, okay, you just send this email. I will send you out our email that talks about what's coming next, but it's probably not going to be for like 6 weeks.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a pre-sale.
Okay.
Right.
So
the biggest lie
is that we
don't
keep the money in the family. That's the
Thank you.
So you're out there buying these products that are saying black owned.
Yeah,
and
please.
You're saying
they need to say bigger nigga, but all right, I'm shutting up.
She say if you're buying those products. And you know, I do. I like the Cream of Nature. What's that stuff? I forgot the name of it. I know the Cream of Nature stuff and the PNC, the African. I know you guys like those products, and they're probably, you know, more readily accessible. They're kind of like staples now. Everybody loves Mio Organics.
Damn, girl, come on, accessible. Amazon Prime, they be at your door the next daggone day.
Now.
So my thing, like I said about keeping the money in the family, all right, you know what? Anybody, email me so I have you on my list. I will send out info, talk about the affiliate program. Y'all want to say, hey, I love this. I'll set you up as an affiliate, and you get paid every time somebody buys.
Wow. That's an offer that you can't refuse. You're not going to get that. You're not going to get that from Revlon. You're not gonna get that from
you. Ain't gonna get that from none of them white. You ain't gonna. Wait, hold on.
Hey, she said you ain't gonna get that. Sure, like y'all see that air conditioner blowing? I can feel the air blowing. They want to know more about Ditch the Itch Bitch. You guys, you heard it here first. I'm sure she shared it with other people, but first in our realm, okay? That she has, Jane Carter has a new line that's called Evolved. It's very on the pulse of the consumer.
Jane Carter Evolved.
She's got something for your edges. She's got something for your scalp scrub. She's got
you guys are
it. She's got shampoo, conditioner. She has gel and so much more. You're going to email her at info@JaneCarterEvolved. Don't forget the D.com. And you were going to say, Jane, before we wrap this up?
So, I feel like, the consumer behavior, this is not what you learn in beauty school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 34% of licensed cosmetologists in New Jersey, 34% of licensed cosmetologists were African American. It's now below 7%. Okay. So this ain't about the money from me. This is about supporting our folks. So you can pick your kid up after school and go back and finish your climb.
Did you say 7%? Damn.
Yes.
They want to know, do you have any images of your product that they can, do you have or you're still working that out?
I'm actually finalizing that as we speak.
Okay, so there's no picture, Miss Mika, but y'all stick with us. Kafele says, tell Jane.
Kafele, where's your butt been?
Snap. She did. Look at that Kafele. Y'all know she real. She calling out the stylist. Where you been, okay? They love your hair. They're saying, okay. Jane, you're going to come back. We have part 2. And it's going down right here. I just want to let you guys know it's going down right here on America's favorite podcast about Afro hair. And so Miss Jane is going to come back and she's going to be on part 2. And let me see. Part 2 is going to be about the Black deception. So we're going to go a little bit more into detail, and she's going to talk about how you guys are being deceived. And Cheryl can take it to another level because she talks about this all the time when she says, why can't they just buy a bottle of moisturizer? Like, you guys you're concocting like 5 and 6 different products to make one, because we're being deceived by things that may already be existing. And then also Jane says she has some solutions. So we're gonna go into the Black deception. And so Cheryl, any closing thoughts for you, Miss Jane, before Cheryl closes us out? Because we really appreciate you.
No, and I appreciate you guys. And, for the stylists, for me to be able to get back to train them, they'll be affiliates. So they can write a prescription when their client is there. We can direct ship to their client and send their behinds a check.
Wow. I love it. I love it.
Let's get paid,
I love it. So Cheryl is going to give some closing thoughts, but we also want to remind you guys, don't forget, coming up this fall is the 2024 Afro Hair Science Summit in partnership with the Brown Nevada Institutes here in Ohio. And we're going to be talking about Mastering Texture 2.0. Cheryl's going to take that away. The dosha tones, I'm going to be talking about coloring textured hair. And then Cheryl's going to conclude us out with the C-suite. We're talking about 3 days of strictly Afro hair science. We're not going to sell you any products. None of that. It's strictly bring a pen and a pad, like LL said. You want to give me an hour plus a pen and a pad. Is straight up education. So Cheryl, close us out with closing thoughts on the Little Black Natural Hair Care product lies with Miss Jane Carter.
Well, I'm gonna shoot for today's sake the biggest lie in hair care. I want to make sure that you guys understand that Black owned does not mean Black controlled. And we want Black control, Black creative direction, Black interests, Black hands, Black pockets, Black wealth. But just because something may appear to be something, it may not be that, because the shelves of today are what they call the new venture capitalist Silicon Valley.
Wow.
So you really got to make sure that your dollars are going in the right direction. If you want it to go into a veteran and a legacy brand creator such as Jane Carter, you have to make sure that you're real deliberate and make sure that who owns that and who is, recreating. And now that we do have Jane Carter Evolve, now we know that that's you and not a old investor.
Some old white boy. No. No, I don't. No.
No. All right, Cheryl, show them one more time because we got the chat is definitely on fire. Show them what y'all need to do right now before we sign.
Get your finger up there. Let's go.
Pampa me on, pampa me on.
All right, and then don't forget, we're going to be here Thursday. That's right, Thursday at 9:00, guys. New time, 9:00 p.m. is the official start time of Planet Pluto Pseudo. And our first guest on the Sisterhood in the name of Afro Hair is going to be Akron's own Dr. Leah Love, talking about the multifaceted cosmetologist. So all of you licensed professionals who are ready to go to the next level, here's a cosmetologist who's multifaceted in so many ways. And she's also a doctor. She has a PhD in cosmetology. So Dr. Leah Love is going to be our guest at 9:00 p.m. All right, guys, you know what we say when we're always signing out. Number one, I would like to give Miss Jane Carter just one more round of applause.
See you next week, right, Jane?
A big fat
I'll be
standing. I'll be black. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, I'm going to use that. I'll be black. And you know what we say when we're always signing out, guys, right? We're always talking about a whole lot of peace, a whole lot of love, and a whole lot of hair. But y'all know what Jane said, right? If you ain't got it, don't want it, can't grow it.
Hell, you got some. Make sure y'all do that. Calm down, girl.
Calm down, girl. And you got some bald patches and all that. Yeah, she said, hey, don't worry about that. All of that is beautiful too. And so are you. We're going to be back. That's right. Live, work, clean. We got Samantha Dixon. We got LB. We've got Wike. We've got Mika. Oh my God. We got Mr. Tondo. We got Miss Foster. We got Nadia. We got Frida. We got Miss AG. We have everybody over on Instagram. Too many names. I'm trying to get Miss Kai, trying to get everybody in. We appreciate you all so very much. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. You guys have a good night. Jane, you all of that and a bag of chips.
I love you guys. Thank you so much.
All right, y'all. All right, deuces, good people. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thanks, Cheryl. You're the best. Cheryl, you ready for the chit chat tonight?
I'm ready.
Bam, bam, bam. He or she said, cancel this damn show. They hate it. What? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Make black hair great again.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Now,
We're coming, get our check.
Cheryl Morrow, the one, the only, the hair oracle.
That was it was Red Dot, and then we also had a cosmetology school instructor in the chat, Miss Denise West, Michelle Allen, Miss Foster. Dang, I missed her. Hey! It's always nice to see Miss Foster in the chat. Michelle Allen, you know how much we love you too.
What? About a whole lot of peace. Cheryl, you all of that and a bag of chips.